This episode of Off The Script is brought to you by WrestleCrate. WrestleCrate is a monthly pro wrestling-based subscription service, and each month, subscribers will receive a new pro wrestling-themed mystery crate. To go and subscribe, please go and visit their website at www.wrestlecrate.com and on Twitter at WrestleCrates. What is going on, guys? JD from New York here, and this is WWE Off The Script, episode number 59, part number 2, coming at you on your Saturday morning, week ending April 5th, 2015, man. Like I always say, and you guys know the drill, this is your number one source for all WWE news, rumors, reviews, and 2K15 content right here on YouTube.com, man. Thank you so much for joining me this Saturday morning, wherever you may be. If you guys are not subscribed here, I don't know what the fuck you're waiting for, man. Make it a priority and subscribe to this channel if you are fans of professional wrestling, WWE, video game entertainment, all for you in one fucking bundle, man. This is what this channel is all about. So if you're not subscribed, please go and do so right now. And if you guys are not following me on Twitter and all across social media, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, and Facebook, make that a priority as well to keep up to date on whatever I do regarding this channel. And if you guys want to interact with me, I'm on Twitter all day long, man, at JD from NY206. Enough of the bullshit. You guys are here for news, and I am really, really lucky. I did not record Off The Script last night like I was going to. I was too tired after work. I waited until Friday after I got out of work because I was working an early day. I was actually online in the supermarket buying groceries when you guys were fucking tweeting away. JD, did you hear about AJ Lee? JD, what's going on with AJ Lee? I don't know, man. I'm at the fucking supermarket paying for my groceries. I'm literally handing my debit card to the cashier, and you guys are telling me AJ Lee is retiring from WWE. So I go on my my internet and get home and set up my computer, and I find out all the information you guys want to know. It is indeed true. AJ Lee is retiring from in-ring competition in WWE, man. I can't say it. I can't say it enough. I seen this coming. Jim Ross on the Ross Report has been saying this for months. He dated it back several months ago that he is surprised AJ Lee is still in the WWE. He even said back in December at TLC he thought that was going to be her last ride in WWE. But apparently she waited till WrestleMania was over and done with, and then pretty much came to a decision that she didn't want anything to do with professional wrestling anymore. So this is the story I have for you guys. It is indeed true. Confirmed by WWE.com, AJ Lee has decided to retire as an in-ring competitor for World Wrestling Entertainment. AJ Lee, also known as her real name, April Mendez, has decided to retire from in-ring competition with WWE. We at the WWE wish AJ the very best. She last competed in a Divas tag team bout at WrestleMania 31, teaming with Paige to defeat Nikki Bella and Brie Bella. Lee signed with the company on May 5th, 2009, working for Florida Championship Wrestling for a little over a year. She was a participant on the third season of NXT, with Primo serving as her mentor. She was eventually eliminated after qualifying for the final three. AJ Lee worked alongside several WWE superstars in the past, including Dolph Ziggler, Big E, Daniel Bryan, CM Punk, and Kane. She even had a short stint as the general manager of Monday Night Raw. She ends her career as a three-time Divas champion for 406 combined days, the most in WWE history. She's also a three-time Slammy Award winner for Diva of the Year. Pro Wrestling Illustrated named AJ Lee Woman of the Year from 2012 to 2014. She was also ranked number 2 on the PWI Top 50 Female Wrestlers in 2014. If I have any other news regarding why she actually left, I will let you guys know immediately on Off The Script. But AJ Lee will be missed, but this was coming, man. And I want you guys to understand this. This was coming, all right? AJ Lee probably has a laundry list of reasons why she wanted to retire. It is none of our business. AJ Lee loved the WWE. I know this for a fact as I read several articles on AJ Lee. She wanted nothing but the best for the Divas division. But it's little, you know, little things here and there that just added up on top of the frustration, man. You know, God willing, she did the right thing. And she stayed with the company and just formally announced her retirement. She didn't walk out like her husband CM Punk did. So there is still some level of respect there. Vince McMahon was very fond of AJ Lee, okay? And AJ Lee was, you know, very respectful of what she was given while she was in the WWE. But it was little things added on top of each other, man. The neglect of the Divas division, I'm sure, played a heavy toll on AJ's mind, man. Where was the Divas division really going? You know, Total Divas on the E! Network pretty much made a parody of what the Divas are right now on television. And now, all because AJ had the balls, you know, to say what she said to Stephanie McMahon on Twitter, you know. She went against the grain and stood up for the rest of the locker room saying, you know, give these Divas a chance. Merchandise-wise, the Divas have been, you know, in the highest rated segments more times than not on Monday Night Raw. You know, all they want to do is go out there and want to perform. And Nikki Bella and Brie Bella actually, you know, stated this as well in off-the-cuff interviews. The women want to wrestle. You look at what's going on down in NXT with Sasha Banks and Charlotte and Bayley and Emma and, you know, this one and that one. We're getting fucking Divas matches where Vince McMahon is starting to finally open his eyes. Or women's, man. I hate that word diva. And you guys know it, and I mentioned this already on a couple episodes ago, you know, when I was talking about the Give the Divas a Chance petition. I hate the word diva, man. Diva for a woman wrestler in WWE is just so fucking stereotypical of what they're looking for, man. WWE wants Playboy models, fitness buffs, etc., etc. You know, women to me, you know, are not divas once they enter the fucking ring, man. They're wrestlers. They are wrestlers. And all of this, I'm sure, added on top of, you know, one thing after another. AJ had enough, man. There was no direction for the Divas division. She was out. She was nursing an injury, you know, etc., etc. Then she came back, took another fucking stint away. AJ's heart wasn't in it, man, because WWE's heart is not in the Divas division. It's not. It's not. And, you know, I don't blame her for leaving. I don't blame her for leaving. I commend AJ for what she did while she was there. She was very influential. She was great with the fucking young women out there who looked up to her as an inspiration. That is all commendable, man. I fucking respect AJ Lee to the fullest. All right? And just like I respect her husband, CM Punk, to the fullest, man. Because he's got the balls to do what each and every one of us want to do on an everyday basis and do this to our bosses, man. That's exactly what he did. And that's why CM Punk, to me, is an inspiration, man. He's not only an inspiration to me to speak my mind freely on here, but when I talk about things in the video game world too, people look to me as a no-holds-barred attitude, man. I'm going to call it as I see it. I'm not going to fucking let shit slide, all right? And more times than not, I'm going to do that for you guys. But AJ Lee, man, even though she was very influential in what she did, you know, the young women out there who watched the product looked up to her, that's all great. That is all great, man. And that cannot be overlooked. But it does take its toll on one's body, on one's mind. The constant neglect of the Divas division, they were going nowhere. It was too little, too late before they finally woke up and said, you know what, we have talented women down in NXT. We're going to put more focus on a Divas division. You know, AJ Lee went off the cuff, off the script, I should say. No pun intended. And took it to Stephanie McMahon. Give these fucking women a chance. And then we started seeing longer matches on Monday Night Raw, which got me and you and everybody else invested, man. If the Divas were given 10 to 12 minutes, 15 minutes tops on Monday Night Raw to showcase their skills, things would be great, man. But the damage was already done. 30-second matches, 2-minute matches, 1-minute matches, that's not going to get anyone invested. And everyone simply brushed the Divas off as a joke. Total Divas portrays the divas or the women in WWE as a joke. They're taking storylines from Total Divas and infiltrating them into Monday Night Raw and Thursday Night SmackDown, and it's not the way it should be. All this added on top of one another, and AJ had enough. AJ had enough, and I don't blame her, and you could have seen this coming a mile away. She will be missed. She will definitely be missed, man. She was the patriarch of the Divas division. Now, that lays in the lap of Paige. Paige is going to be the torchbearer for the Divas division, man, because she's the one that we all look forward to, seeing on Monday Night Raw and SmackDown, and, when she has a big match. Paige can go. Paige can be the centerpiece of the Divas division, Nikki Bella and Brie Bella, they've gotten better. They've gotten better, but now what I'm hearing, and I'm going to be reporting it tomorrow, if it's not in these group of notes, but I think it's on tomorrow's episode, Vince McMahon at WWE Access finally sat down and seen a match between Sasha Banks and Charlotte and immediately fell in love. And now, all of a sudden, because Vince McMahon sees it, now he's going to pay more attention to the Divas division. Well, maybe Vince McMahon should start opening his eyes and actually watching the product that he puts on TV every week. If he opened his eyes and made himself aware of what was going on, then maybe we wouldn't be in this position that we're in now with the tag team division and the Divas division. And now AJ Lee retiring, man. Who knows what AJ Lee's reason is? It doesn't matter what her reason is, man. It's none of your business. It's none of my business. We're going to be talking about it, though. But congratulations to her, man. She's in a position that everyone wishes wishes that they could be in. Retiring at a young age, man. How old is she? She's younger than I am. She's younger than most of you guys watching. She's in a position now to retire at a young age, stay home with her husband, who is on his way to being successful in UFC, God willing. Who knows? Maybe she wants to have kids. She has her own business, man, her own website. She made a name for herself in WWE. WWE gave her a platform to be AJ Lee, to get her name out there, to get her brand out there. And she did the right thing by respectfully stepping away and saying, you know what, I'm done. Enough is enough. She retired, and that's that. That deserves respect. That is commendable. So we can't say anything bad about AJ Lee. One of these days, she'll be inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame for all her accolades, man. For being Diva of the Year. For being a top female wrestler in 2014. 3-time Divas champion. 406 combined days, man. She will definitely be in the WWE Hall of Fame for all her accolades and the inspiration she's provided to many. This is a sad day for the Divas division, man. I wish things were different, but AJ is no longer an active in-ring performer in WWE and has finally said enough is enough. She is now retiring from World Wrestling Entertainment. Let me know what you guys think about that one down below. Leave me your comments. Let me know what you think about AJ retiring. How do you feel about it? Where do you see the Divas division going? I don't know, man. I think the Divas division is going to be fine if WWE and Vince McMahon finally says, you know what? We got to do it. We got the talent. Let's bring those divas up, those women up to the main roster and build something around these women, man. That's what's got to be done. And if it's not in these group of notes, I do definitely have something on what Vince McMahon seeing at WWE Access when it comes to Charlotte and Sasha Banks and what he's got down in NXT, man. The resources he has down in NXT. Finally opening his eyes to everything going on there with Vince McMahon, all right? Now, moving on. WWE is under fire due to an angle booked for Michael Cole during Raw on March 30th, all right? Obviously, you guys seen Michael Cole was destroyed by Brock Lesnar, laying in the middle of the ring after an F5 while his shoe flew off, all right? This was memes everywhere and people talking about it the next day by the water cooler at work, man. It was a fucking hot topic. Brock Lesnar's destruction of Monday Night Raw was fucking brilliant, and I loved every minute of it. As previously reported, Cole was assaulted by former WWE World Heavyweight Champion Brock Lesnar during the post-WrestleMania edition of WWE's flagship program. Following the attack from Lesnar, where he attacked not only Cole, but the entire commentary team, which I'm hearing will be back on Monday Night Raw in full form on this coming Monday, right? But the entire commentary team was attacked, including a cameraman. And WWE reported that Cole suffered a cervical fracture and a damaged vertebrae as a result of the F5 that he had received from Brock Lesnar. The issue with this is that it's completely false. Cole is fine. He didn't suffer any, serious injury, all right? What is the problem here is the injury that WWE claims Cole acquired at the hand of Lesnar is what ultimately caused the death of Perro Aguayo Jr. during a match with former WWE Champion Rey Mysterio Jr. down in Tijuana, Mexico on March 20th. So the same injuries that WWE is claiming Cole suffered by Brock Lesnar is what caused the death of Aguayo Jr. Okay, that's the problem. In the latest edition of the Wrestling Observer radio show, host Dave Meltzer brings up this fact and expresses the serious issue WWE may face if they continue to run with this list of injuries for Michael Cole. Meltzer, as well as many others who put two and two together, have expressed great disappointment in WWE for their lack of tact in this angle being booked as such. While the use of these specific injuries for Michael Cole was likely just an oversight on WWE's creative, the fake injury angle being used just 10 days removed from Aguayo Jr.'s death seems ignorant and unnecessary. Aguayo Jr. passed away on March 20th to the same injuries, a fractured spine which reportedly occurred during the bout. He then suffered cardiac arrest due to the injury. Michael Cole is totally fine, and the injury report is strictly kayfabe or part of the storyline with Brock Lesnar and what happened on Monday Night Raw. Now, I think WWE is going to correct themselves here. I wanted to make you guys aware of what's going on. My take on this, I don't think WWE can be this ignorant. I hope that they're not. I hope that they're not. I know when you're in WWE, the only thing that revolves in the wrestling world is what happens in WWE, man. So it could be an oversight like Dave Meltzer stated, and I hope it's the case, and I'm going to give you guys my opinion on it. I do truly believe it's an oversight, okay? I don't think the WWE was made aware of the specifics of Aguayo Jr.'s death in Mexico with Rey Mysterio and that entire incident that happened down in Tijuana. I don't think they were made aware of what exactly happened. I do think this is an oversight. I do think this will be corrected, and it should be corrected immediately because you don't want to, have anything lingering with this, man. This is a very sensitive subject, and what happened down in Tijuana was a freak accident, and it's very sensitive. WWE doesn't need any more negative press, man, on top of what they got going on with everything else that they got, all right? But I do think this is an oversight. It's a simple error, and I do think WWE Creative did not know the specific details of this, but they do need to correct this immediately. It is all part of the storyline. Michael Cole is okay. Cole, King, not King. Cole, JBL, and Booker T will all be on Monday Night Raw, okay? And Byron Saxton, by the way, I do have news on him. I believe what WWE is thinking about putting Byron Saxton on Monday Night Raw following this angle. They pretty much fed him to the wolves, man. And Byron Saxton alone could not maintain the interest of the viewer. So they sent Jerry the King Lawler out there. He tried his best to play up the somberness of the entire environment and the scenario. Listen, I don't think Byron Saxton, should be to blame for that. He was just playing up the angle. So Vince McMahon called in Jerry Lawler, sent Jerry Lawler out there, and that's when the program started to pick up and things got back to normal. But at that point, the show was pretty much over anyway because nothing happened in the third hour that was remotely interesting. But regardless of that, I do have news on Byron Saxton and this entire storyline. But that is what's going on with Michael Cole and the storyline injury that he suffered at the hands of Brock Lesnar's F5, all right? According to Dave Meltzer and Brian Alvarez of the Wrestling Observer radio show, WWE has big plans for Lana and her upcoming push in the company. Lana last appeared for the company at WrestleMania 31 by the side of Rusev, who lost the United States Championship to John Cena at the event. Following Rusev's loss at WrestleMania on March 29th, Lana, who had gotten knocked off the ring apron at the finish of the match, sat on the ground nursing an ankle injury, which was an angle all planned for her possible removal from the Rusev act, okay? Her client, Rusev, and real-life love interest proceeded to yell at her and leave her to fend for herself. According to Meltzer, Vince McMahon is a big Lana fan, who isn't, all right, and wants to push her on WWE programming in some sort of limelight. McMahon apparently thought that the fans were chanting, "We want Lana," during the recent 3-week absence from WWE programming, and he thinks that proves that the WWE Universe wants to see more of her. Prior to WrestleMania, Lana was off television filming her role in the upcoming WWE Studios motion picture Interrogation with WWE Hall of Famer Edge. It will be interesting to see what Lana has in store for WWE next, if it exists, without being at Rusev's side. I do not agree with this whatsoever. I think Lana and Rusev should remain as a tandem. I don't know what they got planned for Lana, but it needs to be something that will immediately thrust her into the spotlight and make her a success, man. Not to say that she's not a success right now. I do think that Lana and Rusev are stronger together than they are apart. That's just my honest opinion on that. But Rusev's mic work has come a long way. I like the way he speaks for himself. Lana could be there representing Rusev the way she has been for many, many months now. I just don't think it's wise to break them up just yet. And WWE always gets the itchy finger to break a perfect duo up simply because they want them on their own. Rusev and Lana in this case as well. But I do think that Lana and Rusev should remain a team for the foreseeable future, man. I think that's where their strongest assets will be, all right? Couple more things to end this week's part 2, guys. I reported over WrestleMania 31 week that there was talk about WWE changing how the Divas were portrayed. It was noted that due to the Give Divas a Chance campaign and the success of Total Divas, some WWE officials had their eyes opened in regards to how the Divas are booked, with the feeling that they need to do more with their female competitors. Part of the changing how the Divas division will be portrayed reportedly includes bringing up new talents and introducing new characters. There's still a lot of talk about former NXT Women's Champion Charlotte making her main roster debut very soon, but I have not heard anything about the other NXT Divas that might get called up. On a related note, there have been rumors of doing a full heel turn with Emma on the main roster, which was teased recently on NXT, and even teased more so in this week's episode when she went one-on-one with Bayley on NXT this Wednesday on the WWE Network. So the WWE right now, they're kind of thinking about working or reworking the Divas division. Obviously, they need to do something now with the absence of AJ Lee, but it's going to be interesting to see how Vince McMahon and Triple H and the rest of WWE Creative handle the Divas division now that AJ Lee will be no longer a part of the main roster. And finally, guys, regarding the WWE kickoff pre-show this past weekend for WrestleMania, they talked about moving more than the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal from the main card. Before they decided on moving the Battle Royal, they were talking about moving 1 or 2 matches to the pre-show. One of the matches discussed to be moved was the Bella Twins versus AJ Lee and Paige. However, there was a feeling that they would face a great deal of heat from the fans if they moved the Divas match from the main show to the pre-show due to the ongoing Give Divas a Chance social media campaign. One of the reasons they put 2 matches on the pre-show besides timing is so the fans who were watching the 2 hours would have more than 1 match to keep them occupied, which was a very good idea. Also, the idea was to free up more time for the main show that they wouldn't be rushed, but they still ended up rushing things anyway on the main card for WrestleMania 31. Thank God they didn't move the women's match to the pre-show, man. There would have been a fucking massive outrage. Even though it stayed on the main card, it did not exceed anyone's expectations whatsoever. I thought they were going to be given 10 to 15 minutes to shine on the main stage at WrestleMania. Match barely went 5 minutes, so it was pretty much just like every other Divas match at WrestleMania, a throwaway on Sunday night, man. So good thing WWE kept it on the card, but they really didn't do the women any favors by letting them go out there and giving them 5 minutes, man. It did absolutely nothing for all 4 individuals involved, all right? So that is that, guys. I have so much news on part 3. I don't even know what is going to be the top story, man. When did Seth Rollins know he was going to be winning the WWE Championship? When was the cash-in decided on? Brock Lesnar, did he really blade at WrestleMania 31 in his match with Roman Reigns? What's going on with Roman Reigns and his family, and why are they outraged at the final conclusion of the outcome of his match with Brock Lesnar, man? So much going on in part 3. You do not want to miss it. And Ronda Rousey, is she going to wrestle for the WWE, man? I got so much news. You're not going to want to miss part 3 of Off the Script. Thank you so much for joining me. If you did indeed enjoy this week's episode, man, for part 2, hit that thumbs up. Let me know what you think of all the top stories, including AJ Lee retiring from the WWE. If you guys are not subscribed here, man, just hit that subscribe button for the #1 source for all WWE news and rumors right here on YouTube.com. If you guys are not following me on Twitter, at JD from NY206, the best place to reach out to me and keep up to date on whatever I do on here. If you guys want more additional wrestling content right here on YouTube.com, Joe Cronin Show, his Twitter and his YouTube page linked down below. Justin LaBar and the guys over at Chairshot Reality at WrestleZone.com. LaBar, Eisenberg, and Ghoulish. Go check those guys out, man. Always, link is down in the description below in this video, man. And as well, they got a YouTube page, and LaBar's got his own wrestling website page, man. Go check that shit out. Like I said, links are down below. Wrestle Crates, if you guys want monthly subscription of wrestling awesomeness, man, go and subscribe. First crate is April 25th. For more information, go to www.wrestlecrate.com or visit those guys on Twitter at WrestleCrates and tell them that JD from NY sent you over there, man. Part 3, Sunday. Do not miss it, man. Loads of stories you're not going to want to miss. I'm JD. See you guys on Sunday. Until then, take care. And I'll talk to you guys tomorrow, man. Thank you.